Darling Harbour is a harbour adjacent to the city centre of Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, that is made up of a large recreational and pedestrian precinct that is situated on the western outskirts of the Sydney Central Business District. Originally named Long Cove, the locality extends northwards from Chinatown, along both sides of Cockle Bay and King Street Wharf on the east, and to the suburb of Piedmont on the west. Cockle Bay is just one of the waterways that makes up Darling Harbour, which opens north into the much larger Port Jackson. The precinct and its immediate surroundings are administered independently of the local government area of the City of Sydney by Property New South Wales. Darling Harbour is named after Lieutenant General Reup Darling, who was the Governor of New South Wales from 1825 to 1831. The area was originally known as Long Cove, but was generally referred to as Cockle Bay until 1826, when Governor Darling renamed it after himself. The name Cockle Bay has been recently restored in reference to the headquarters of the harbour. It was originally part of the commercial port of Sydney, including the Darling Harbour Railway's goods yard. During the Great Depression, the eastern part of Darling Harbour, Barangaroo, became known as the Hungry Mile, a reference to the waterside workers searching for jobs along the wharves. Much of the land had been the site of the New South Wales Railways, Central Marshalling Yards and Freight Consolidation Centre. The inquiry into the New South Wales industry, including railroad competition, from 1978 to 80, under Commissioner Gavin McDonnell, found that this entire centre was inefficient, should be moved, and the land used for other public purposes. These recommendations were acted upon and by the mid to late 1980s. When the area has become largely derelict, it was redeveloped as a pedestrian and tourist precinct, as an initiative of the then New South Wales Minister for Public Works, Laurie Brereton. The Sydney Convention and Exhibition Centre at Darling Harbour was a venue of the 2000 Summer Olympic Games and a key meeting venue of the APEC Australia 2007. Darling Harbour is accessible via various modes of public transport. The precinct is served by the Inner West Light Rail of Sydney's light rail network, with access via Paddy's Markets, Convention, Exhibition and Piedmont Bay stations. Ferry wharves including Barangaroo and Piedmont Bay provide access to the Piedmont Bay ferry services to Circular Quay and other suburbs, while Barangaroo Wharf also provides access to the Parramatta River ferry services. King Street Wharf is accessible by private boat charters. The goods line is a park and pedestrian pathway connecting Darling Harbour to Railway Square and Central Station. The nearest train station is Town Hall. Darling Harbour is part of a massive urban renewal development. Plans for the 18-hectare, 44-acre site including half business and residential developments, while other half to be reserved for open public space. The State Government of New South Wales declared plans for the Globe Street, a street designed to become Australia's and Asia-Pacific centre for corporate trade, styled on New York's Wall Street district. The urban renewal development is not expected to be completed until 2020. East Darling Harbour will be known as Barangaroo. The Sydney Convention and Exhibition Centre site was replaced by the new International Convention Centre Sydney, ICC Sydney, opened in December 2016. The new site includes a 40,000 square metre exhibition facility and was developed by a consortium comprising AEG Ogden, Lend-Lease, Capella Capital and Spotless Facilities Services, with AEG Ogden playing the role of venue operator. Other new facilities within the Darling Harbour region include the recently opened ICC Centre, an 8,000-seat mixed-purpose venue for concerts and intimate shows, replacing Sydney Entertainment Centre, a gallery, and an upcoming new 25-storey multi-purpose venue called the Ribbon, which will be replacing the IMAX Theatre, which was closed and was demolished in late 2016. It will also include a newer and updated IMAX Theatre. This area was the site of the Sydney Port Authority and featured an overseas passenger terminal, Wharf 8, which was mainly used by the Pacific Dawn of the P&O Australia fleet, and the Sun Princess, operated by Princess Cruises. The passenger terminal is now in White Bay, and the container terminal has also closed. Harbour is the location of the seasoned residence on MTV's reality TV show, The Real World, Sydney, which aired in late 2007. The house has a large Darling Harbour sign along its edge, and the World Tower high-rise building can be seen behind it. 20,000th Century Fox's 1995 film, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, was shot in Sydney and features some scenes filmed in Darling Harbour. 7's Saturday morning TV music show, Eclipse Music TV, is filmed weekly at the Precinct Shopping Centre, Harbourside. On August 27, 2010, the soap opera Neighbours filmed scenes in the harbour and on board the cruise ship Pacific Jewel. Canadian post-hardcore band Silverstein recorded a song entitled Darling Harbour on the Transitions EP.